Hey there, I'm Benjamin from Loves Data, and in this video we're going to explore the new updates to Google Analytics 4, or GA4. The updates include a new menu, new reports, and new customization options. Google announced these updates during their Marketing Livestream 2021, and they're now rolling out. So you might see the changes now, or they might still be coming to your GA4 property. Let's head to Google Analytics to take a look. The biggest change you will notice when you open your GA4 property is that the menu has changed. Instead of seeing everything listed on the left, the menu has now been consolidated. So reports and configuration options are now grouped under Reports, Explore, Advertising, and Configure. Reports include all of the standard or pre-configured reports in your property. And if you have edit level permission for the GA property, you can even customize each of the reports and choose which reports are included here. I'll come back to this in a moment. Under Reports, you'll then find Explore, which was previously the Analysis Hub. This section remains pretty much the same, but Analysis is now called Explorations, and the Exploration report is now called Freeform. Next is Advertising, which includes new reports for your GA4 property. You'll find a new Advertising Snapshot report, which provides an overview of your marketing channels, along with some conversion and attribution insights. And there are also two new attribution reports in GA4, which are Model Comparison and Conversion Paths. If you also use Universal Analytics, then these will be familiar since they are like two of the reports under multi-channel funnels. The Model Comparison report lets you compare two attribution models to see how changing the way you give credit to your conversions impacts key metrics. For example, you could compare the last click model to the time decay model to see if marketing channels would receive more or less credit for conversions. To learn more about attribution models in Google Analytics, I've included a link to one of my previous videos in the description below this video. Apart from the Model Comparison report, you'll also find the Conversion Paths report under Advertising. This report lets you see if people are engaging with multiple touchpoints, marketing channels, before converting. It's important to highlight that unfortunately the attribution reports only include data from mid-June onwards, so you will probably need to check back once more data has been collected into your reports. The final item in the menu on the left is Configure, and this groups all of the report-related configuration options into one area. Previously, these were a bit scattered through the menu, so this makes it easier to find them in the interface. This is where you can view all of the events coming through to your GA4 property, where you can set up conversions, audiences, and custom definitions. And you can also see the debug view is available under Configuration. This report lets you view events that you have sent through to GA4 using Tag Assistant. It's a great way to check and troubleshoot the events you're sending to your reports. If you'd like to learn more about these configuration options in GA4, then I've included links to my extra resources in the description below this video. Now, I mentioned that you can customize reports in the updated version of GA4, so let's head back to Reports to take a look. We're looking at the GA4 demo account, so we can see the reports include the snapshot at the top, the real-time report, and then there are sections for Lifecycle and User, and these both contain additional reports. You now have the option of customizing these to meet the reporting needs of your business or organization. So if you wanted an entirely custom experience as your team uses Google Analytics, you can achieve this with GA4. Now you will need edit level permission for the property, and since I don't have that permission for Google's demo account, I can't change or customize the reports. So let's head to a demo property I've created to see how this is done. Since I have edit permission for this property, you'll see there is an edit icon on the top right corner of the report. And you'll see Library at the bottom of the menu. Let's click the edit icon on the top right corner. This lets you choose what is included in the report. So if there is something you want to remove, you can now do this, Or if you want to change the order of the cards in the report, you can select an element on the right and change the order. And you can also add new cards to the report at the bottom. When you're happy, just click Save at the top. And to change the reports included in GA4, we click Library at the bottom of the menu. You'll now see Collections at the top. These are for each of the sections included in the menu. By default, we can see there is a collection called Lifecycle and a collection called User, which corresponds to the menu on the left. You can rename these, change the reports included in each collection, and even create new collections. Below collections, you'll see the reports that have been pre-configured in GA4. You can customize these as we saw previously, and you can even create entirely new reports and add these to your collections. So there are lots of customization options for your reports. While I think the added flexibility is a great addition, I'm worried that this will be a bit of a barrier if you're just getting started with GA4. I'd really like to see more pre-configured reports and a simple way to customize GA4 so it's a little more aligned with Universal Analytics. Maybe it's just me though. The other updates to GA4 are in the Admin area, so let's select Admin on the bottom left corner. You can see a new Attribution Settings option for the property. This lets you choose the default attribution model used for your reports. This is a great addition, however we can only choose from last click or ads preferred last click, which is for Google Ads. So I'm hoping we'll be able to change to even more attribution models in the future, similar to what's available for conversions in Google Ads today. Plus, there are options to control the look-back window for your conversion events. Let's head back. The final thing I want to show you is the new option to adjust how sessions and engagement are calculated for your reports. Let's select Data Streams. Then open a data stream. And choose More Tagging Settings at the bottom. You'll now see an option called Adjust Session Timeout. This lets you control when a new session will be reported if someone stops browsing your website for a period of time. The default is 30 minutes. This was also the default in Universal Analytics, and personally I wouldn't change this as it's an industry standard. But one thing you might want to change is the timer used for engaged sessions. This lets you control how long someone needs to be on your site before an engaged session is automatically reported in GA4. We can see the default as 10 seconds, but you can change this anywhere up to 60 seconds. Remember, if you don't see these updates in your GA4 property right now, don't worry, they're still rolling out. So I recommend checking back over the next couple of days to see if the new menu, reports, and customization options are available in your property. What do you think of the updates to GA4? Love them? Hate them? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, please like it so I know to make more videos like this one. See you in the next video.